Hello folks, I'm Spida, and in this video I'll show you how do I do Slay Pens Heroic as a solo hunter in TBCC. I've been learning this for like 3 days now, and I've been succeeding every day, but the first day because I play in late hours in the night, as you see in the recording, and yeah, in this is raw footage that I will be commenting, so hopefully you will know which are the key things that you must do in this run in order to be optimal, and what things not to do, what things are pure RNG, and what things you have to consider to play safe. For the record, the best thing you can do in these runs is just be slow, because if you take risks, odds are that you will just wipe and lose a bunch of time. Happened to me. So in this video, which is not the cleanest run, you'll see actually few scenarios that I'll be commenting, where actually you may see in your runs because they are so common, right? So let's begin. So at the beginning, as you see, I'm preparing. This is a fresh instance, so it's just spawned, and you have to wait for these Bobroks to pass and go back, as you'll see. It's key because else you will have to think a lot and stress a lot, and it's not something reliable to do, because most of the times if you are going to do a run or some farm or some whatever in a daily basis, the least you want is variance, so you will have to do some things that are not optimal in terms of speed run, but are so straightforward in terms of consistency, right? So in here, you have this bush where you have to stop and wait for this patrol to pat back, while the other one, as you may see, is coming back. Don't panic because it's well timed. If you happen to have this bad timing where both are overlapping, you can just go to the other side, wait for this one to pat back, and pass through, right? It's no problem. So in here, you have to wait, or be aware of this Naga, who is patrolling through these three slaves, and he's eventually stopping to hitting them in the face because they are slaves and they have to work hard, right? What you have to do here is call your pet, or just take it and put it in pet stay in here, right? So the problem is that in this side of the corridor, you'll see a few Nagas, like two patrol Nagas. These Nagas do, when you tag them, they come together but alone, unless you tag them close by some slaves. If you happen to pull them, as you'd see in the video, with few slaves, you have to deal with the slaves casting on you. For the record, you have to cast misdirection on your pet, so mobs will go to your pet. You'll see that few strategies to bait mobs to pass towards your pet so you can pass free, but in this video I will be commenting them as we go in. So in here I do pet stay, right? And yeah, I pass through, and yeah, in here you see they are in this such bad position where I just went in with misdirection up, and I'm not in the mood to wait for them to come here. So since I am in a sort of a rush, not a rush, but I don't want to waste time, and I am survival, as you see in this video, I have the Wild Sting and the Scatter Shot, I can deal with these guys. As soon as I multi-shot or do whatever and tag 3 of them, the other one will be aggroed on me, so I have to deal with it and pass through, which I have scattered, right? So in this case, you see, I multi, I tag 3 guys, these 3 go to my pet, and then, this guy, I scatter it just before he tags on me, because I'm cheetah. And once I'm safe, you see, your pet, after a few, let's say, moments, oh shit. Well, after you pass, like, certain yards from your pet, it despawns, right? And this interaction is very good because if your pet happens to be at 10%, but it despawns because of distance, as you'll see, it will come back full health. But yeah, now here you find that, and you pass this moment. If you happen to boost this for the Quagmirran or whatever loot you wanna give to the buyer, you'll need to give him some invisibility potions in like the classic ones. So the booster, the buyer, can bypass this part with no risk, right? It's mandatory to have them because else it can get some problems. So you don't want the boosty to spend more time in this run for you, right? So once you pass this, the rest is pretty straightforward. Now you have this scenario where you have this Naga in here and this patrol back, right? The key point is to wait for this Naga to be in a safe spot and these three to be in that spot. In this run I messed up. I've never done that, but in this one specifically, I happened to tag one of these Nagas in the side, which is very unfortunate, but I managed it with scatter shot, so it's very, very, very good. So now what I do is just wait for the Nagas to pass, right? And at this moment, yeah, this patrol is well positioned, but this guy is just passing the opposite way. Now I have to full wait for the guy to come while the other patrol is in this spot, right? So I take a risk, a little bit risky. I mean, I did a mistake. You know, I've been like in this line instead of this one, which would have been safer. And since I am too close to this champion, I will tag him. You see? But now I react and I just scatter shot him way fast and go back. Problem is that if you tag a Naga close to one of these workers, they are casters, some of them, and if they are casters, they can frostball you or hit you or whatever. And if you are in Cheetah, unless you remove it just for the hit and not get dazed, you are pretty much screwed. Well, I mean, it's not a big deal because you can think that anyway at some point and, well, survive unless it gets resisted, right? So yeah, in here I think that, and in this spot, I mean, you can feign that pretty much whatever you want, but the faster you feign that, the faster you will speed the run. You'll see that there are a few, let's say, bottlenecks in here, which are the misdirection CD, the feign that CD, and some other abilities that you'll need to bypass every part of the dungeon, right? In here, right, sometimes you'll see this patrol being in an odd spot, such as here or there. You can pass in the middle of the patrol. As soon as you find that in here, then it's waiting, right? Or you can, if you are solo, you can just take the risk and go as fuck to push to the water and then think that there if you are able to survive. But the safest thing, as said, is to think that here and wait for the patrol or not if they are here and pass through, as seen in the video. So in this situation now, you need to tag these two Nagas and take them back in here, right? So you have to pass. For that to be done, it will be recommended to use misdirection, but problem is that it's on CD, right? So some hunters, what they do is just Eye of the Beast, tag the guys, put the beast to the water, and run. Which I feel it's a bit, well, waste of a time, right? So what I do is I put pet stay at some point in here, and I send it to the Nagas. And once I get aggro from one Naga and the other to my pet, I just press pet passive while I am passing through them. And so the pet will drag the Nagas back. I will push deep, and hopefully my pet will despawn before it dies, which didn't happen this run, but usually happens, right? So, as I said, I pet stay here, right? I send it, and I just go along with my pet. My pet tags the guy, it gets smashed by the heroic ward, right? And I instantly press F1, which is my pet passive binding, and then you see both are going there. And since I wasn't hugging this wall, I believe that my pet, you see, it's here, I'm here, it's very, very close to this spawn, but it didn't happen, right? And it got smashed, like insane. Whatever, it's fine. Now you have to find that here, and then, well, since I don't have the respect talented, I will have to, you know, do the big cast and shit. Now your goal is to kill these two technicians and the past through, I mean, the past two guards, because you'll need this room to do the whole kill phase for every boss you want, right? I did commit few mistakes in here in regarding optimization of tempo. I should have fed pet, heal pet, and then rest. But you know, I wasn't really caring about speedrunning this. So in here, right, when you pull the guys, you have to pull them somewhere, and you will see this well, this kind of shadow or this kind of socket in the wall. It's very important to mm, use this spot because it bugs out the path of the mobs. Else they will just go a straight line to you. You have to be in this exact spot. Well, I don't know if there are some others, but this works for me. So I didn't invest time to min max and seek for other spots. But this spot is very good because they path back, and now you can just hit them. And then here, beware because if I instead of using arcane shot, which is there down there, yeah, instead of arcane shot, I would have used multi shot for some reason. I could have pulled the boss, which is no big deal. I mean, you can kill everything together, but it's very it's safer, and actually it's worth the time to just do pack by pack and then boss by boss, right? In this situation, well, you have to slow kill the mobs. What I do is I usually harness the fact that they will pass through the whole room, right? And win some time to sneak and put here a freezing trap, right? Because if I put freezing trap, frost trap, well, the slow trap, let's say. So with the slow trap, they will lose more time in here. So I will be able to have more uptime on them and, well, speed up the run in the end. You see, I wait a little bit, then I push, then I put here the freezing trap, frost trap is it? Yes. And now, yeah, I wait for them. And here you see, it's very personal, but I found very comfortable to be in this kind of, let's say, heart. It's a heart in the floor, you see, with these two circles. While in here, you have to just be good at jumping to this wall and coming back, right? Because that's the key of the run. If you jump to this spot, they will bug out and go there. And if you go down, they will come to you. So it's like a hit and run thing situation, right? Beware because there are some pixels in the wall where even if you are in the wall, they will pass to you. So just take note of that. So yeah, they happen to step in the trap. Yeah, and now, yeah, this is a very good thing to notice. Like these guys are casters, right? And this ring of fire, it hits for a lot. You can always line of sight the thing, but since it's an AoE, it will hit you in here, right? So in this situation, I just hide for no reason. I could have been, well, in another spot, but yeah, since this guy is very close, I just preferred to just hide in the wall, waiting for this guy to pat back and isolate this guy so I could pump him alone. My goal here is to kill both at least at the same time so I get value out of multi-shot, right? So in here I wait, you see. I hopefully use bandage. I don't know. I don't. Okay, whatever. And yeah, in here the guy is isolated. His rain is on CD, so I can just pump on him, right? I didn't press any CD in here because I was too lazy for it. I was just doing consistent stuff. So in here, yeah, I hit the guy, and as you see, your kill, let's say, window or your DPS window, it's always from this bridge to you, right? So everything it's past that, you can't really hit it unless you are in, let's say, a little pushed. You have the range, the 6-yard range talent and stuff, whatever. So in here, yeah, you see, I spent a little bit. I push a bit. I wait for the guy to come. Right, this guy's coming, and I'm hitting this dude to 52% or 40, whatever. I believe that these guys, I kill one by one just because of the rate of fire thing. But you'll see on the melees that I kill both together. So in here, I remember that I am survival. I just remember that because I've used to do this in PM, and I have access to Wyvern Sting and Scatter Shot, so I can barely interrupt the rain of fire, so it's no big deal for me. So here I interrupt the rain of fire while this guy is too far away to cast it, and I keep pumping this guy. I believe he dies. He dies. Yes, he's dead, probably with the Wyvern Sting poison, or unless, yeah. And now I use this time to put another freezing trap, frost trap, and go for the guy, right? I was in aspect of the hawk in here because I wasn't very careful about the mana. Then I stop him with the shot and I keep pumping. At some point, yeah, I press Viper because I overestimated my damage. But yeah, it's very comfortable for you to go always in Viper. It's alright. Note that it's worth it for you to go with mana potions if they are cheap, because it will speed up your run, right? So in here, yeah, I'm killing this guy. Just chill, easy peasy. Since I have scatter shot, I can push a little bit. I can wait for him to cast Rain of Fire if I want to. Ah, yeah. In here, you see, I did a misstep, and it could have costed me something. Well, actually, I wiped a lot of times because of this. Yeah, like this. So even if you have the muscle memory to do it, it's not guaranteed that you will succeed. So it's better to not take risks, right? Happened to me. That's why I say. So now what I do is I just push my pet to other spot. You'll see why. I put it here, so whenever I pull the melee mobs, they can come to this spot, so I can hide in this other socket on the wall, as mentioned, right? And they will back out and do the other thing. Otherwise, it's impossible, right? To just pull the guys and make them, do this path without them being in this spot to path back to the room, right? So I put the pet stay there, and what I do is I know that if I push for these guys by myself, my pet will despawn, right? But my pet has the position saved here in the back, so I put pet stay, and since as I will run for these guys, I will use pet attack, so the pet will path towards the guys, but I don't want the pet to be hit by them, at least there. So I just use pet attack to get the pet close to me or close to them, so it doesn't despawn. I press misdirection on the pet, and then I pull both of them. It didn't went clean because I used an extra auto shot on one guy and whatever. But yeah, you see, I send the pet and I just press pet attack, pet passive, pet attack, pet passive. So the pet is pathing always to them. I misdirection on the pet, right? And I pull one guy. Yeah, and I don't know why I just hit twice to the same guy, which was unfortunate. But now, yeah, I think I fixed it, yes. And yeah, both guys are going for the pet, right? So now I have to go to this side. I have to get aggro from the guys. At least I do it to make it safe. And then I go to this spot. In here, I'm super chilling now. I don't reckon if I rest the pet, I believe I don't. And now it's the same situation, but it's even better because these guys are melee and they don't really cast, so you can just cheese them. I believe I cleave them at the same time, or ish. So yeah, you do this, you start killing them. As I said, I didn't happen to pop any CD because I was waiting it for the boss, but I actually don't remember if I pressed any CD till I realized. I don't know. I was just so tired. And well, yeah, I just clip them. It's important to know that whenever you press Serpent Sting, I mean it's a bit min-max situation that I haven't telegraphed so much. But if you press Serpent Sting, what you win is an extra auto attack. So if you don't have any global to press, and the guys are going to, well, Quagmirran, let's say, right, is gonna be so far away, it's good to press the Serpent Sting. But so far I haven't min-maxed my rotation in this run because there is no actual reason to do it aside from saving, like, let's say 5 minutes or whatever, so it's not worth it. So yeah, I'm hitting the guys. I try to drop them together, like super chilling, right? It's important to play safe. Don't confident your, let's say, jumping skill, because sometimes things can happen, and yeah, maybe in one run you will make it good, but in 100 runs you will probably fail 60 runs from them, right? So it's better to just play safe and don't waste time. A wipe in here implies that you will need to go back to the entrance. I mean, corpse run, go back to the entrance, do the Bogrok stuff, do the first bait stuff, do these guys bait again. I mean, it's a waste of time, so it's always better to keep it safe. That's what I said. So now, yeah, I'm just hitting this guy, dropping it low. Realize that the mobs, when they are like, let's say 25% HP or something, they begin to move slow as hell, right? So at this situation, mobs are very manageable, and yeah, I actually now ignore the other guy, and I'll try to kill him through multi-shot if I happen to press it. Yes, and yeah, well, I just kill them together because I feel that I have more value out of multi-shot in here, right? Which is not very important thing to say, but yeah, it's something noticeable. Yeah, Gucci. And now I kill them. I have two. Well, I loot because I'm a loot whore, of course. But now I have to drink up, rest my pet, and prepare for the kill phase for the first boss. In this run, actually, the pet happiness is not that important because you don't want the pet to be hitting so hard, even though it's, let's say, I mean max thing, right? I Since my pet is not maximum loyalty and I don't want it to despawn, I'm just feeding it. But since it's gonna die a lot, sometimes it's not even worth it to feed it all the time. Whatever, actually. If you feel bad for the pet because you are a role player, it's fine, just feed it. So you want the pet in here to be in the line of sight spot, right? In pet stay, because you'll see the this boss. See, when he has mana, he puts totems and he casts lightning bolt, right? So if the lightning bolt target happens to be the pet because it's like in the open field, your pet will probably die, and you don't want it because you need the pet just to do this, to kill totems, right? Even though I overlap with the pet here, you want the pet to kill totems and to hit the guy when he has no mana. Yeah, so in here, your goal is to just drain mana on the guy. It's not even worth it to press anything but Viper Sting on the boss because he will eventually put that healing totem, and since he has mana, you don't want to risk your pet to be low HP. So yeah, it's fine. Like it takes 1 minute or 1 minute and a half to drain it. So in here you see, I get casted, so I hide. My pet, I don't know why did change his position. I don't know why. Whatever. So the pet is now hitting the boss because the boss has no mana, and there are only some totems in there that they will despawn eventually. Since I don't have the access, no, the bars to hit the totems, what I do is mouse over them if I happen to see the pixel to target them with a pet. But meh, whatever. So in this situation now, it's just hit and run for the boss, right? The only key thing that you have to note is if the boss happens to cast a corrupted Nova Totem, you have to hide your pet if you can't break the totem by yourself, as just happened, right? But if the boss casts a Nova Totem here in auto attack range, you can just send the pet, wait for the boss to go far away, break it with an auto, and keep going. So that's the thingy. Whenever the boss casts, let's say, some totem that it's Nova Totem close by the auto range, you can break it with the pet safely. So yeah, here I just hit the boss, I break the totem, I make it back, and go again. You see, this is very. Once you get consistent on jumping and you know where, I mean, your tempo for autos, you get some sort of rotation in this, let's say, hit phase. It becomes so let's say chill, right? You don't have to min max it. It's very this run is something like Dynamo North. I remember doing it in the second classic, like the first classic race actually of this new brand of classics. And I remember learning the Dynamo North solo run as Hunter, and it was something that at the beginning was very hard, but in the end when you mastered everything, it became so mechanical and so easy. And as far as you get consistent, everything becomes so smooth and so easy, right? Aside of being, a timer min maxer, whatever. So yeah, in here, I just do the same. I hit the boss. I mean, I could skip the full kill phase, of course, but I would just leave it here for the record, so it's for whoever wants to see the video full, he can. So yeah, in this situation, yeah, the totem is very it's in an odd spot, but it's fine. I just wait here a little bit, and then I hit the totem, yeah, and I go back to the boss. And Gucci, everything's Gucci. what I don't know yet if it's even worth it to press anything but steady shot. To be fair, because since you're gonna get out of mana anyway in the boss, right? Even if you have the aspect of the Viper with this amount of intellect that we all have, right? With some gear at phase 1 at least. I don't know if it's worth it to press anything but steady shots, to be fair. But whatever. Yeah, you see here I almost fucked up. I got outed by the boss because I'm retard and I overconfident that shit, right? So what I always do is whenever I get hit, even if it's a 90% hit, I mean a 10% hit of my HP, whatever, I instantly press first aid because I don't want to get one shot because I am low HP, right? I just wanted to play safe. You're seeing Quagmirran in this run that I fucked up a little bit at some point and I have to delay the kill because I don't want to take any risk. So here, yeah, again, I was stuck in this part of the run. It's alright. So now I kill the totem. I go for the boss. I go back. And yeah, keep going for that. Notice that when the boss drops, I believe it's below 30% HP, some sort of that, he's gonna start moving slowly. I believe it's 25% probably. I don't know. So in here, I don't know what I did. I believe I just risked it because the totem is in a odd spot. Ah yeah, I put the pet in stay, so it doesn't take any risk. I just wait the totem to blast by itself, and once it's safe, I'll send the pet. Because I don't want to risk the pet to die in one shot or something. I mean, of course it can survive it, but, you know, I just don't want to think about hitting the pet or whatever. So, yeah. It could be optimized for sure. It can be like better done, of course, or more, let's say, yeah, optimized. But consistency is key, actually. So yeah, in here it happened the same, right? So I just pet back, and well, it's 50% actually when he's lost. Now that I see, maybe 50%, yeah. Well, here, yeah, it moves way slower. So yeah, it's progressive, I believe. I can't remember the exact number, exact value for this, but yeah, when it's low HP, it moves so slow. And now it's pretty easy to kill. I don't know if I refreshed Hunter's Mark in here. I don't know if it was worth it for me. I don't know. Maybe I do at some point. Or not. I don't know. So yeah, since he cast another Nova somewhere, I just put the pet in passive. I don't want to risk it. And yeah, what you can do as well is if you happen to try to fuck up, you can spend some time with the mob pathing towards you through the whole room, right? And use Age the Beast or Retire Pet, right? This Beast Pet, and you can just put it up in here in this spot, right? In the line of sight, but in here. So if you ever happen to fuck up in the jump, you can feign death, and the boss is gonna, or the mob is gonna path back to the pet. And once you are safe, you can just Eye of the Beast the pet and put it down. So the boss is gonna, or the mob is gonna go back again, and you will have one time and save the day, right? Happened to me yesterday, actually. So yeah, you hit the guy, easy peasy. You see the kill phases are something like this one I've been like for 7 minutes already in this boss. But I remember the first time I killed Quagmirran, I didn't have the Scaras and Bow or whatever other item. I was so like fresh geared, and I remember having a kill phase on Quagmirran of 25 minutes because I fucked up a lot. Whatever. So okay, now you loot, right? You get the stuff. If your disenchanter is very good, I am disenchanter, so that's why I do this solo. Else, you'd want to have a customer to buy you stuff, right? But it's RNG, so well, the best thing is to go enchanter as a hunter, just for economy, just for this, and also because it's the best in slot profession, unless you go for PvE leader worker early on. But in the long run, enchanting is the best profession for hunter. Of course, if you don't have any gold, as I don't have any gold, it's very passive gold that you can make. So yeah, now you drink up, you dismiss pet. The reason because the reason why you have to dismiss pet in here is because if you happen to jump as I will do like this, right? The pet is gonna do a weird pathing, right? And it's gonna be at some point where these guys will see the pet. So you don't want that. And since you want to keep your pet alive just for mana reasons because you don't want to spend any time, you can even let her stay here as passive or whatever, or just let it dismiss or yeah, whatever works for you. So in this bridge, you have to wait for this patrol that we've seen. Like let me see in here. So in the bridge, yeah, you have to wait for this patrol to path either to the left or to the right, right? So you go to the opposite way, of course, and you will see like two nagas in each side of the bridge, like this or there, that you have to CC or pass through. Since I am survival and I have scatter shot and I have a weapon sting, it's so easy to me. For the record, these nagas are casters, so yeah, they will smash you in melee. Of course, they will do tons of damage on melee, but they will happen to cast Ring of Fire if they are at some point close to you and it passed some time, right? It's not a big deal, but since I'm survival as said, I can just pass through them with Wyvern Sting, Scatter Shot Trap, or whatever. And then, once you pass these nagas, you'll see the actual struggle in this part of the run that you will have to wait for the patrol that it is in the middle of the bridge to get, let's say, past from the mid of the bridge, so you can jump. So it's very very crucial to get that timing. So now you see, since I'm confident, I can use both stuff, right? But with your pet, you can put the pet back, press misdirection, pull them to the pet, pass through. Even if you happen to put your pet stay at some point in the bridge that it doesn't spawn insta, and misdirect the pet, you can multi-shot the guys, press wing clip in each of the guys, and just pass through easy peasy, right? But yeah, what I do here is just, I don't think about it. I just shot the shot in here, I trap here, I move there, and yeah. And now I have to wait for these two to pass the bridge. Since I don't know if I will make it without taking damage, I just, slow the guy and wait for a little bit. And now you have to, well, actually, I don't happen to jump, but I usually jump. And you see this fall is very, very dangerous because you drop to like 50% HP, right? It's a big chunk. If you are hidden, you may die, right? And now you faint dead here, and you rest up, you drink up, whatever you want. And here I'm checking if I have enough, bandages, because they are so useful. And now the second part, right? So yeah, I believe in this run I fucked up like 2 times the AV recon. So yeah, I will pass through and I will just flame myself because I'm so bad and boosted, whatever. But yeah, in here you have to hack this wall and move through this side, right? And once you're here, it was so smooth, man, in this part of the run. Would have been beautiful to keep it here. So in here, you have to spot this bush, right? And jump here. If you happen to be in the other bush, as happened to me once, you will tag this Naga. And it's no big deal because you are feeling dead, of course. But if you get resisted, you are fucked, right? So you don't want that. So you're here, and yeah, just move. And now you can chill in this spot. Now it's the Eye of the Beast part of the run. Your goal here is to pull Quagmirran with your pet, right? So Eye of the Beast has this interaction with your pet that you can just move it, of course, but it has unlimited range. As long as you are in a line of sight situation with your pet, you're Gucci. Right? You can easily recast the ability on your pet. So in this part, you have few, let's say, struggles. There is this patrol who has a big wide range of stealth detection, so you can get fucked up by this patrol. So you have to wait for this to pass to a safe spot, which usually is this one. And you have this caster that sometimes fucks you up depending on his pathing and her pathing. And that's why you have to hug this wall, right? You have to walk these bushes and pass through. And now you have this other bastard in here that usually directs you, so you have to wait for the right time to pass. So here I'm waiting for this bastard to move a little bit. I'm just checking if I have enough time for that. I recast the of the beast just because I don't want to panic by any means. And the Naga just passed to a safe spot. I passed with no problems, and now I have to wait for this patrol that's coming, right? I need to wait for this to come so I can pass. Easily peasily. Yeah, so once it pass, I well actually you have to press sprint on your pet, so I have enough time, but it's fine. I mean, no, let's not min-max that. And now you have to recast for the last time your A of the Beast. Now that you pass this patrol, you are in a hurry. You need to recast A of the Beast, and here is the last time that you can because you will be in loss. In here, usually there is a plant that you can pick with herbalism, which actually is the spot where is the last pixel where you can A of the Beast. So somewhere right here, right? So in here I just press it and I go on. I know I wasted some seconds of the sprint, no big deal. And now is the last part, right? So in here you have to wait for the Bogrox to push to the wall, right? So the Bogrox actually what they do, what they do is they pass through there, they go and check the bushes, and they go back, right? So you want to use the time that when they are passing towards the Quagmirran, let's say, to pass sneak behind them. You can actually remove your stealth if you are confident that you will get faster without even getting noticed. But the safest thing is just to wait, right? So yeah, in here I'm waiting. You see, my LT Beast is like half the duration just by waiting for this patrol to pass. It's unfortunate. And now I just pass behind them. And I don't press sprint yet. And I just wait a little bit because I know that whenever I pass through these guys, I will remove my stealth and I will just use the last seconds as full mobility in my pet so I can get to Quagmirran safely, right? So now you pass, you remove your stealth from your pet, and you should go and tag the boss. And hopefully don't get gripped. I mean, if the boss kills your pet, it's no problem, but it's better to not have it killed, right? It's RNG anyway. Don't even worry. So now you push to the guy. Sometimes it pulls from far away. Sometimes it needs a melee hit. It's very weird. So yeah, whatever. So you see, I have only 5 seconds, 6 seconds on Eye of the Beast, which is very clutch. But yeah, I happen to do it, right? So I push, I got hit, but I dismissed before getting hit. And now I have to chill in here. So what's gonna happen is that Quagmirran is gonna get pulled and come to you. But as Quagmirran paths to you, it will aggro only the Bogrox. For some reason, right? For some reason it only attacks the Bogrox, but not the Nagas, whatever, the crabs, right? So now what you will need to do is wait for the Quagmirran to appear in here, and you will see Quagmirran, but not the Bogrox. That's a big deal. But you have to know that the Bogrox are always coming. So you don't want to get to the killing phase against Quagmirran with the Bogrox. So the way that you despawn the Bogrox from the combat is by a weird trick that requires a little bit of timing that it's not very hard to do, right? But the key is when Quarryman is coming and it's coming by this, let's say, pick this edge of this tree or whatever is this a stone, whatever. You just feign that, wait for like half a second, and then tag it with Arcane Shot again. So that way, the Bogrox will come back to their position, but you will remain aggroed with Quagmirran. Yeah, and now I don't want to spoil you, but you'll see what happens in here, which is it happens. So it's a common problem that can happen, and you will see how RNG thingy slows up your run. It's insane. So yeah, here I'm waiting for Quarryman, right? And I think that resisted, man, holy shit, and I just jumped down. If I happen to get killed by a critical or crushing blow, I would have been fucked, man. And now you'll see this Bogrox in behind, right? In there. So box stock is okay, box stock, whatever, man. Box stock. So yeah. Now you have to go again to do this whole thing, which is unfortunate. Beforehand, of course, you need to think that to despawn Quagmirran in Bobrox because you don't want them to sneak past to you, right? I mean, I've never tried to skip using Feign Death and going away through the whole loop, but I know it may be something beautiful to see or try hard or whatever. And yeah, since we're looking for consistency, it's not even worth it to try it. So yeah, again, we go from this side. We just do the same. Pet is still dismissed, so it's okay. We get to the bridge. Get in. Now the battle is in an unfortunate spot because I need to wait the full time. I mean, if it's like in this spot, it's fine because I don't have to wait so much. But if it's here coming through the whole circle, man, it's a waste of time. And it's unfortunate because all of this no, wasn't because of a mistake that we could have done. It's because of the RNG of the Feign Death. It got resisted, right? So it's very unfortunate, man. So you see, there is a lot of RNG or a lot of micro things that can happen in the run. Yeah. So now, since I still have a Wyvern Sting and Scatter Shot, what I'm gonna do is just straightforward, just push that with no worries. Since I see that this battle is going to a good spot, so it's the time to push. Now, I believe, yeah, now I'll do it. A shot. I mean, yeah, good shit. I risked it a little bit by staying in Cheetah. I didn't even trap, but yeah, it's because I'm a bold guy, and I mean I'm actually not bold, but whatever. So now, look in here, right? So I did something that I usually don't do, and that's important to say. So I usually rest and heal up, heal back, right? Like before coming to this spot. By doing that, I changed my muscle memory, right? So now that I see the bot, I realized that here after this bar, well, this line in the floor, you will get into an odd spot to jump to this other ledge, and you'll see that this wall is a little bit curved, right? So you don't want to hit the wall to a point that you will fall to the water, and the way to do that is by jumping, let's say, from this to there, not from this to there. But since I was low HP and I had to drink, and instead of drinking in here, I did it for some reason in here, you'll see the mistake that I've committed. So yeah, spoiler. Foreshadowing, by the way. So yeah, now I just drink a little bit, enough to get to the spot, and yeah, I hit the wall, mac, and I just die. I mean, I just fucked myself another 2 minutes probably just by that. Yeah, I was so mad what I was doing the run, but it's fine, man. It's fine. It as long as it's useful for somebody to notice that this can happen, it's so fine. Yeah, it's unfortunate and it's so frustrating to see these things happen to you because yeah, unless you want to play perfect, you want to do it everything clean, but things happen, right? So yeah, the more runs you do, the more you realize the things that have real impact and variance, and that's why you want to remove them, right? So looking for your spots to drink, for your spots to pet stay, and doing everything like consistent will lead you to more successful runs and overall less time invested. So now I have a problem, right? Because my Weber's thing is on CD, and now I don't have the survival cheat card, right? So I only have a scatter shot, and I'm too lazy, man. I believe I didn't even remove my cheetah, but it's fine, I believe. So my plan here is to pass through these mobs by scattering shot and trapping, right? I could have done it way better, but I was too lazy for it, and I knew that I would survive this. So my key was to just CC one guy and just wing clip the other guy and pass it through with no problems, right? So I scatter shot one. I happened to stun with the like this was so RNG, man. I just got PvP slow stun on the guy and yeah, and trap it. And now the other guy that was scattered, I would just wing clip and pass through it, right? So I removed cheetah because I got dazed. And anyway, I got dazed because of the back hit. And now I pass through. And now you see, I am in at 51% HP, right? And I know for a fact that it's risky to die because remember that in the other situations that I jumped through this ledge, I was not jumping, right? And if I jump, I would take more than 50% HP, probably die. So what I do is I take the risk and I just hit bandage for 1 tick and jump. And boom, holy shit. Yeah. And now I feign dead, right? I feign dead. And yeah, and drink. Yeah. That's a thing that shouldn't be done, right? Like you don't want to get yourself in a situation where you have to min max or try hard like this. But yeah, since once you're frustrated, you are just in this situation where your mental is not that much chill, and creative things can happen. And the worst thing that can happen to you is to have a creative mind, such as mine, let's say, because you fail so much, right? So again, you just get there, you get to the ledge safely, and now, well, you get to the bush again and chill. Let you chill. By the way, I happened to buy these troll blood potions, elixirs, because I know that I'm in combat for so long in the dungeon that sometimes I don't want to top myself with a drink. I want to get to 95% or something. So this elixir, what it's gonna do is just top me. So now, in here, right, with my pet, with a pet, you have some things to consider. I remember being stuck in this part of the run for so long, testing some variance situations, right? So this corner in here, this ledge in here, this ramp is dangerous because you don't notice, but you can fall to the water easily, right? So you see, yeah, that's frustrating as fuck because now what I have to do is I have to wait for this patrol to go back again and come back. So I've lost a lot of time just because of that. It's unfortunate. You can use this time to create some bandages or to drink or whatever you want, because you will not be able to progress in the run as as long as these nagas that I marked are in a good spot. And moreover, you want the other patrol to be in a good spot, so it's not actually a big deal. It's more like let's say a tempo thing, right? So yeah, now I'm waiting. It's so slow, man. It's so slow. I hope there would have been some other ways to bypass these pools, and probably they are. Maybe if you go through this and do the whole spin, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's always the same because you will not be able to get there once the patrol is at some point, right? So okay, now I feel that I can pass. I press my sprint. I hopefully don't mess it up again, please. Okay, and now I have to wait for this naga. Okay, it's in a good spot, and I pass. And I have to see for this patrol, right? So I see the patrol is used in the opposite direction that I want. So it's very unfortunate. I have to spend more time on that, but that's actually worth, because remember that in the other pool of Quagmirran, I had like 2.7 seconds left. Yeah, that's because I was in a rush and I couldn't refresh it. But now, since the patrol is in this spot, I can just have double time in case I have to wait for Bogrox, right? What would have been so recommended is, instead of having the track humanoids that I slacked by having it, you can track beasts, so you can actually check if the Bogrox are here or there, and you can time wherever you want to eye of the beast, right? So, because else you need to go there, check the Bogrox, come here, recast, go there, and it's a waste of time. You can min max by taking off your stealth, but yeah, I mean there are a lot of ways to optimize this, and we can discuss on them in the commentary box. But yeah, consistency is key. That's what I say, right? So now I have to wait for these guys to come, and yeah, I take a risk to not go and refresh F the beast, and I also mark the Bogrox because when you are so far away from the mobs, you don't see the mobs actually, but you can see the marks. So if the Quagmirran comes along with a blue square and a green triangle, I know that the Bogrox are coming, which always are there. But then if I happen to mess up the feign dead part, which you'll see now, yeah, I will just have to reset. Now I have 15 seconds, and I delayed my sprint a little bit because there was no point on using sprint for this, right? So now, since the Bogrox will path back to this spot, one would say that I don't have time to reach the Quagmirran in 15 seconds in stealth, of course, but since the guys will move, I'll just remove stealth and press sprint and get there, hopefully. Now that it's safe, I just remove it. And yeah, here is where you say, oh my god, dude, RNG, please, tag it, tag it. It happened to me once that I was so close that I couldn't pull them up, I mean the Quagmirran, and I got to do again the thingy, right? So now, yeah, I have like 2 seconds left. My pet, it didn't die, so it was very close to die, but not. And yeah, now we have to wait and pray for the RNG gods to not get FD resisted or do the time well of the Feint Death. So yeah, in here you'll see very soon that the Quagmirran will appear, and hopefully with a blue square and a green triangle. Soon we'll notice, and the guy's coming. Oh, and now you'll see that he will cast a thingy, a green cast or something. He will stop and cast a thing. Yeah, that thing. That's the ability that you want to avoid from the boss. The whole killing phase uh, revolves around him casting the ability far away from you and then hitting the boss. If you happen to get hit by this ability, you will drop to 10% or almost kill. That's why when I get hit from that ability, because I usually press aspect of the wild, so I get more nature resistance because it's a poison, and then I just wait until I can top myself even with healing potions that I don't have in here now, or bandages. So yeah. So in here I just mark it because I cannot be without doing anything, and soon enough we'll see the marks. If not, whatever. Yeah, there they are, right? So you see a triangle, you see a square, right? And now we're coming. So now I have to wait for him to be in this spot, right? And I will feign death, wait a little bit, and then pull it again. So whenever I find that these guys will despawn, but Quagmirran can be repulled again. And don't tell me why it's like with interaction with aggro and resetting. But if you feign that and wait for 0.5 seconds, the boss is in some sort of pseudo evade state where you have like a window of 0.25 seconds or so to pull it. It's weird, right? So now I just think that. Well, actually, yeah. I don't know why I pressed an auto on the guy. It's fine though. And I press deterrence because I can, and I just want to give it value for some reason. But yeah, since I am too scared to not do it well, and I want to secure it, I will just risk it and take a melee hit from Quagmirran, so he is close to me, right? And whenever he's very close, because the closer he is, the more successful you will be in this thing, right? So he comes here, I just think that, I just hit the guy, you see, and the Bogrogs go back. You see that? Let me go back again a bit. So hopefully I can do it properly. Yeah. So again, can I make this slow? Oh yeah, I can. All right, so in here, right? So I find that, and these Bogrogs, they go back, yeah, right? So that's the way. That's the way to do it. I could have done this. Oh my god, I could have speeded up faster. It's fine, it's fine. I will just leave it here. It's alright. So, yeah. Now, I just have to wait for Quagmirran to do the whole spin on another whatever spot. What I know is that Quagmirran is gonna come from this door. So, I don't know which route is he taking, to be honest. But he will take a route, for sure. And we have to treat Quagmirran at the beginning as these 2 guards that we happen to kill here. So we need to put the pet in that front wall on the room. We have to misdirection the pet, and we have to well, actually no, actually it's fine by just leave it there. So yeah, in here we have to be in the ledge, right? And press feign death, so the Quagmirran will tag the pet. That the reason because you have to be in feign death is because in feign death you don't count as a unit in combat, right? So you can't get targeted by by targeted abilities such as the green dot or the frontal that Quagmirran does. Quagmirran, sorry. And yeah, so in Feign Death, you will skip these abilities, and since the Quagmirran will go close to you, Quagmirran, right? Well, I've been spelling it wrong all the time, but you know, you get the feeling. So yeah, Quagmirran is gonna pass through this corridor soon enough, and you'll see that he changes his pass slightly. He casted the ability in there, so I have like 20 seconds ish till he can recast it again, whatever, and he passes to my pet, right? So now I have to wait a little bit, and once it passes, realize that I've been using the aspect of the wild just in case something goes wrong. It's fine. And now I get to this side. I go to this socket that we've forgotten now, but it's still there. Remember from the other part? It's been so long. And now I just chill. I just raise the bed in here. I put it in line of sight just for a safety measure, just in case something goes wrong, so I can think that, and the boss will path to the bed, right? So now you see the map. It's there, right? So it's pathing along. I follow the time. And yeah, now I chill. I chill. I like to take my time before going deep in that, right? So he casted the ability, and now I have like 30 seconds, 20 seconds. That's why I put the side watch in there, just to time it a little bit, even though the timer is pretty much RNG. I would tell you, like, as the kill phase goes on, the key to never miss, to play safe, let's say, and almost never get hit by the ability of Quagmirran, yeah. So here I'm waiting for the boss to press ability, you see, and now he's coming. I press this, and I can start the killing phase. So yeah, now I hit one bounce, I go back, and second bounce, and he's gone, right? So I have to do, let's say, 2 bounces, as you saw, and then I have to bait for the ability to come back. What I've seen that is very good for us is to go and, oh yeah, important. Oh shit. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, in here. Sorry. A mistake so hard. Yeah. So yeah, in here, right? So we were there. So yeah, I did the crucial mistake to get overconfident on the range, right? So he's on the bridge, almost there, and I am, well, in my spot. So realize that whenever he gets there, like very close, like a little bit past the bridge or in the bridge, if he casts the ability, you will get hit, right? And that's a big deal. So in here, what I press is Insta, Effect of the Wild. Well, not Insta, yeah, like that. And you see that the dot is just dropping my HP, 880 per hit. And now 441. So this aspect of the wild saves me for 400 HP. I mean, it's not a big deal, but if you don't top yourself, you are putting yourself in a risk where the boss is gonna rot you and you will gonna die eventually, right? So you don't want to take the risk. So now I just take my time to top myself up, to, you know, get confident on the killing phase, because since this boss has no enrage phase, you just want to get confident and just play it good, because one wipe in here would mean that you would have to go corpse run, go again with the first bogrox, go again with the first bait, pass through the 2 patrols, get again to this bridge, get again to the patrol on this top, get to these guys, get to the guys, jump, drink, go down with the ledge, get again to the A of the Beast part, and then get to the Feign Death part, which is unfortunate, right? So since you don't want that, it's better to just not call it a wipe, but if you get hit, you lost. Okay, it's 1-0. So Quagmirran won, but instead of dying, you just hide in the ledge, just bait him safely from big distance and heal up, and don't take any risk. You know, that's my theory. Oh, by the way, if you happen to have any boosted on your any buyer, let's say, they can wait on the water, on like before this room, like in the water, like the closest part to this room, or they can even be like your pet, like, so it's no problem. They can even help you killing the boss in the kill phase, as long as you get the aggro, and And yeah, if you happen to get a pumper that hits more than you for some reason, you can always press distracting shot as an aggro thing, so you can always get aggro from Quagmirran, so the guys can actually drop the boss faster, right? You'll see that the killing phase is very slow. What you want to have to do at least is every time the boss comes, I believe that 5% HP is a very good situation. So now I waited for the ability, and now I can pump, right? You see, I've lost a lot of time just because I've done a mistake, and now I'm risking it a little bit because you see that I am at 89% HP. If I happen to get hit by the blob again, which can happen actually, so you always have to think that it's gonna happen. Yeah, it's not it's not safe what I'm doing here, but you know, so I'm contradicting myself a little bit in here. But since I'm a bit confident that it's not gonna happen again and that my troll blood is gonna carry, it's fine. The reason why I don't use the bandages is because they put a debuff, right? A CD. So since I know that I will get hit by the other ability soon enough, I will use these bandages to top myself in that moment. So now I'm just focusing on not getting hit by the blob. Yep. And now I can hit again. So if Quagmirran gets so close to you, right, he's gonna start channeling this ability. No, almost. He's gonna channel a frontal, right? That if you take like 3, you die, but you can line of sight it and take only 1 tick or sometimes 0 ticks. Look, my pet just dropped loyalty because he's so sad, right? Dies a lot. Feels bad, man. By the way, in your pet you need a cat, huh? You need a cat with stealth and the other thingy, and that's enough. And level 70, sorry, of course. So now, yeah, well, I'm taking some risks, but it's good. I'm just dropping it a little bit, and yeah, go again. You realize that I am just doing 1 attack or 2, and now since I've been greedy doing 2 attacks whenever he was coming to me, I got this ability, right? This ability is good and bad because it hits and you can line of sight it. It remains there, so you can actually cheese and keep pumping on the guy. But yeah, you get at least hit by one tick, and that's a moment where you will have to use a bandage to top yourself, right? So such as this moment, yeah. And yeah, well, so now I'm retarded. I didn't even get the last tick of the bandage because I'm so greedy. I wanted to use this time just to hit the guy. So now I have to wait for him to press ability and go again. Yeah, I know. I mean, I decided instead of taking this last stick to just use this time to buy 1 free arcane shot and auto shot on the boss, whatever. This is something to note that if you have the troll blood, it shouldn't be a very big deal if you play perfect, right? Because you will be always safe as the time passes. Here I mispressed kill command. That's why my pet pushed a little bit. It's fine though. So yeah, now wait for the ability again. Sometimes you'll see that I cancel. Like it's very funny because I jump to the ledge, but I press the Q just to leave the ledge because I know that he's casting. So when he's casting, his ability take like maybe for 0.25 seconds to end, so he's standing still, right? So you can use this time to get down to the floor, so the boss is gonna pass towards you because you want him to go to you, right? So yeah. Sometimes it fucks up because your auto shot is not casting whenever the boss is somewhere. So you see now the boss cast the ability, but I was in such far away range that even if he started casting the ability, no projectile was able to hit me, right? But beware because once he finishes this cast, if you get greedy in this corner and hit him like a champ, you'll eventually, probably, get hit insta by the green ability. If the time goes, whatever. So now I pick an arcane shot there, and you see that shit would have been my demise. So I didn't take the risk, and now I hit again. That was actually good because since he standed still there, I won the time. Instead of making him dense deep there, I could have just connected him insta, right? If you happen to have some weak aura, some ability, or some whatever to track the CD of Quagmirran's speed, that'd be perfect. So you can time it. But since I didn't commit any time to look for weak auras or whatever for that, I'm just blindly going. But if there is some way to track it, would be so consistent. Yeah, now I get hit again by the fly. Like whenever he casts Spell on you, is mostly because the ability is off CD, of course, but because the Quagmirran pushed too much, right? So that's something that is gonna happen a lot of times because usually you don't have your the talent of extra range that I have in this run. So you will have even less range, meaning that your you have less time to buy, right? So you will happen to see more casts. In there, I get a little bit panicked because I failed 2 jumps in a row, and I almost get killed by the melee of Quagmirran. If it crashes blows on you, you may die, right? And even worse, if you get hit and then hit by the green ability, that's a big wipe. So I panicked a bit. That's why you need to play super safe and get the flow on it. So remember, always it's like 2 bounces. So he casts, he comes to you, 2 bounces, then make him bait him, and again, right? So in here will be like first bounce. Oh, he casts, nice. I always stop myself in there, and yeah, and I risk a little bit in here, but yeah. Now he will cast soon the ability. Yep, and I go back again. So as said, you can do 1 or 3 bounces. I mean 2 or 3. That's the first. That's the second. And yeah, I call it there. So I'm waiting a bit. I don't know if I press my mana potion. Yeah, I do. With mana potions, I mean you can try hard a bit. Like since your aspect of the Viper gets more mana as lower you are, to get out of value from your passive mana regeneration, so you don't have to use a lot of mana potions. You can be always like aim to be at 10% mana, buy some time there, and then press the mana potion. It's a little bit min max, but you can do that. So yeah, now waiting a little bit for the Quagmirran to press the ability. Yeah, and go again. You see, I bank here a little bit. It's a little bit tricky. And I've been like for 10 minutes now in this killing phase. Almost. He casts the ability, I press my trinkets and stuff to just hit him a little bit harder. At this point, I don't know if I am using Self-Esteem anymore, just because of mana reasons, because I don't want to use more mana potions, right? So I'm just taking it slow. Oh yeah, I do, lol. So yeah, I top myself because I got hit by 1 tick. I let my flask to top myself to 100% HP. So I didn't waste this last tick. I got hit again by this shit. That's why you want to top yourself, right? And now I'm fucked. because I need to wait 1 minute till I can bandage again. So I use this time to just create more bandages because I know that I can, be in a travel situation sometime, and I want to insta bandages, so I want to be safe. So now I have to wait. That's the unfortunate part of the thing. But it's fine that I've recorded it because, yeah, these things can happen a lot. And if you look for videos of runs or something, they are so clean because people upload clean runs, right? Not scuffed runs, usually. So this run is not the cleanest, not the scuffed the most, but it's actually an average run that you will ever face. So yeah, knowing what to do is very important. So you have to pass through the, you know, the brain max scenario where you have to min-max the what to do, whatever. So yeah, I prioritize in here to stay alive. I don't want to be in this situation where I am, at let's say 60% HP and I can get insta one shot by the blob. Even now, it's very risky. I don't know if I take the risk to go again. I believe I don't. I just have to wait another fucking minute just because of that. But you see, it's crucial to stay alive at maximum HP. I don't know if I go greedy here. I can't really reckon. I think I go greedy. Yeah. I mean, there is no risk, of course. I probably overreact on that, but since the fact that you can get another hit by the blob can make you wipe after this much time spent is not even worth it. Let's say just take it chill. One would say that this could be like more optimized, and I agree. But sometimes you want to get this done without sweating it so much. So play it safe. And since you don't have any customer, that it's only you playing the game actually. Yeah, you don't have any rush. If I'd had a customer in my group, I would have min-maxed this a little bit. But since I don't, I just chill. Now you see, since this is a good example. So in here, let me see. Yeah. So the guy casts the ability on me, right? Yeah. So now, when he finishes the cast, he will eventually use the ability like there. And since I am in line of sight, it's not connecting on me. That's why I'm telling you that if you happen to see the timer of the ability, which is not always 20 seconds, it depends. You can actually bait it and do really more damage and cleaner kills, right? But it's so sweaty that I don't even recommend. Well, actually, I do, but it's so sweaty, and I believe it's RNG at some point. So yeah. So yeah, it's 20%, and it will start to move slower very soon. I believe now. Yeah. So yeah, I use this time to top myself. I don't want to take any risk. He cast the ability, so I didn't even waste it any time. And hit back again and go back. Yeah. And now I'm not pressing any mana potion because he's solo HP that I don't believe that I'll need the mana potion. Even though at some point of this healing phase I will get but it's fine. The aspect of the Viper will carry on. And it's alright. If the boss would happen to be like a 30% and I'd be like 20% mana, I would have used another mana potion for sure. But whatever. I mean, they are cheap as hell in the server, so I'm maybe a goblin by getting it, but it's alright. So realize that I am like at 47, right? Which is a lot of time. But I was in the first try for Quagmirran at 22. So realize the time that you can lose by RNG feint resist or by other stuff. It's just it doubles the time of the run if you scuffed it up, right? And I didn't happen to wipe. If you wipe, imagine dying now. Holy fuck. It's a lot. But yeah, that's why you need to be consistent and get good at the jump, and then once you're comfortable, just do for other min-max plays. Just to recap this, well, I would say that you need to have your pets sorted out, like in terms of pet stay, pet follow, pet passive, and all the shit. Know the well, actually get good aggro ranging, so you don't suck like me in the first patrol after the first misdirection. And then, well, yeah, get good. So, or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, boss is at 1%, he casted the last tick, and I believe that now down he goes. Yep, down he goes. And now it's the time to loot. So I recommend here to, if you are in party, to get Master Looter before the pool, of course, Master Looter, so you know, can sell the items without having the nitro grid thingy. And now, well, you get the things for you for free. Usually give two blues and one epic and the thingy. Sometimes it gives, instead of an epic, it gives a gem, which is unfortunate if you want to disenchant it, as I do. But yeah, that's it. So yeah, and here I will show you my talent build. Well, actually, I'll feed my pet because she deserves it. And no VM, I'm like in a standard survival PvP build right now, right? Which is good because I have this thing that saved me time in one pool. I have this for much more economy. I have this to drain more mana on the first boss. I have this to skip the ads. I don't have this talented because I don't really need the rapid fires for so much, I believe. Maybe, but nah, whatever. And then I go, this is the most important talent, of course, because with this you could, you know, do more, well, get better hit phases, let's say. And one max thing that can be done is just, instead of having this talent, just get for the other one. So you hit more to the Quagmirran and stuff. It's fine. But this one hits more for Nagas, for the first boss. So in terms of kill time for run, I believe this is better, even for this. I don't know. If you want to min-max the Quagmirran kill phase, go for this. Then, 41, yeah, here. So yeah, and here also you need to be having the entrapment because you will get better kill phases for the non-bosses Nagas because you've seen you have more uptime on them. This is very good in case you want to risk, you know, the wing clip as set. Deterrence is good, of course, if you mess up or if you know that you will get hit, so you can cheese a parry or dodge, whatever. This is better for more traps. Yeah, and instead of having this, I would reckon that maybe you can spend some points in here, so you think that doesn't get resisted at all. So you, as you see, like I've spent a lot of time because I get resisted, so this is good to take if you want to do this in a daily basis, right? And yeah, afterwards, well, the rest you want to get to your Weber's thing, and the rest is just, you know, pure survival thing for PvP at least. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Well, actually, I'll show you my gear. Actually, but it's not a big gear. Like I have 1.39 gear score. I have like 2 epics from Caradan, the dagger and the bow, which is very fortunate actually for being in the second week. And the rest is just pure trash. Like I'm not even min max. I don't even have the full base lord or whatsoever. I don't really need it. So I mean for this. So yeah. Like this is fine. So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Anything, I'll be hitting you in the comment section, reading you, and see you next time.